What's up guys, Steam here. Hope your day's going well. Thanks for dropping in and spending some time with me. Have you ever wondered what the pros and cons of buying premium e-liquids are? How about mixing your own? Whether you're a current DIYer or consumer, I'm sure this video will offer some information that you may not know or may not have thought about. We're also in a weird recording situation right now, so hopefully there's not too much echo in this video. So this is going to be a two-part series. In this video, we will discuss the benefits of both premium and DIY e-liquid. The cons video will follow this one, so if you're interested in checking that one out, be sure to check out the description below because I'll drop a link to it there. So first up, we're discussing the pros of buying premium e-liquid, or the positives of buying premium e-liquids. Support for vendors that advocate. This is at the top of my personal reasons as to why I still pay for premium e-liquid and sometimes advertise for them. If I know and can verify that a company advocates and they aren't unreasonably expensive, I will gladly help put their name out there. I encourage you to do the same and support them. After all, without vendors, the vaping industry in general would collapse. Next up, we have support for local B&Ms or brick and mortars. There's something special about a brick and mortar shop. Not chain stores like Avail or Enjoy. I'm sure many of us have visited those shops, but good old wholesome mom and pop shops where passion is the motivation instead of profit. I'll never forget going into my first shop and being welcomed in with open arms, led with patience and sincere enthusiasm to get me off the stinkies. It's shops like this we all should be proud to support. Hopefully you have one that's near you, but if not, I would suggest traveling to find one. It quickly becomes a solid friendship situation because they really care whether or not you smoke or you don't, even if they can't say it because of the fucking FDA. Next, we have convenience. All right, I don't know how many country fans are out there right now that watch this channel, but let's face it, Billy Currington got it wrong. Well, halfway. People are crazy, but they're also lazy. Many consumers claim to not have the time or the resources to mix their own e-liquid, so it's a logical choice to just buy that shelf juice. When it's but a trip down the road and there's a wall of liquids to choose from and it requires minimal effort except reaching into your pocket, and pretty deeply, I might add, it's a no-brainer for some people. Social status? Now, this may be something that you guys don't even think about, but hand checks and shots fired pictures and videos are rampant online. They're everywhere. It's often a hot topic involving debates and, believe it or not, even arguments about what juice is better. Call them juice snobs or whatever you would like to call them. It's clearly obvious that there's a social stigma surrounding what you vape and how much you can afford. Like any other industry, Android and Apple, there are fanboys and fangirls everywhere. Brand loyalty is a real thing. Okay, so we're moving on into the DIY range or the DIY scope of things here. We're gonna cover this topic. First up, we've got cost and affordability. As illustrated in my last video here on the channel, premium e-liquid versus DIY e-liquid, I broke down the financial aspect of buying premium versus making your own. It's a pretty significant difference, so if you'd like to check that video out, it will be in the description below. For time constraint purposes, we're not going to cover it here, but DIY is light years cheaper than buying premium. Now we have weaning off of nicotine. If your goal is to completely rid your life of nicotine, which is the goal for a lot of vapors, a lot of people try to go back to 0 milligram, DIY will be your saving grace. Traditional shelf liquids will offer a limited variety of step-down options, as I call it, as in going from 6 milligram to 3 milligram to 1.5 milligram, and so on. However, by mixing your own, you'll find freedom in stepping down in increments of 0.25, 0.15 milligram, whatever you decide to do, albeit it may sound strange. Some do find comfort in knowing they are only dropping a small percentage instead of 1.5 milligrams, which can be quite a jump for a lot of people. So being able to mix your own liquid, stepping down in those small increments, you wouldn't even notice. Now this next one is probably my personal favorite, and that is creativity. Freedom to express yourself is always welcomed in any walk of life, but with e-liquid, it's completely unparalleled. Maybe you found a wonderful blueberry donut, blue dough, and would rather it be a raspberry-filled donuts, fresh to ATF, go check it out. By simply switching out the blueberry for raspberries, you've successfully personalized your vaping experience. That's pretty cool, right? Plug and play. That's pretty much what it is. You find a recipe that's tried and true, take out an ingredient, add one, put your own personal flair on it. Next, we have the ability to impress your circle or your friends. Let's face it, who doesn't like to show off just a little bit? I sometimes enjoy the idea of flaunting my abilities. Not always, but it is fun sometimes, and especially with my friends. I'm willing to bet you would do the same. If none of your friends mix their own e-liquid, it could be a great way to show up that cocky son of a bitch Johnny, who's always flashing that top of the line, ultra super Amazeballs premium, quotations, juice, and wants to be stingy with it. He won't share it with you. Well, if you drop a bomb recipe you made or found online in his hand and let him try it one time, I guarantee you that smirk vanishes. Fuck you, Johnny. Okay, so the next one is the ability to make great juice right away, looking at thoroughly reviewed recipes online. All the flavors.com, eliquidrecipes.com, and other sites online are updated daily with new and amazing recipes. All of them being reviewed by people, not all of them. Some recipes don't receive reviews, but people that try them often leave reviews. And those people take a leap of faith and decide to buy the ingredients and then mix them. Ultimately, they are approved or, to be honest, shit on. A lot of shat on. Maybe that doesn't have to be bleeped. But the clear winner in this situation is those that take the opportunity to try them, having the ability to readily find recipes tried and tested and approved from a wide array of mixers, whether they're experienced a whole lot or a little bit, is invaluable. Another one of my favorites is a deeper sense of community. Now, the DIY community is the tightest knit community in vaping, bar none, hands down. And I know that is a bold statement, but join the community and you'll find out how much love and knowledge are there, and people are always willing to converse with you about whatever you may be wondering about. Ask a question and you're guaranteed to receive a warm and generous response. There's assholes in the community just like any other community though, so keep that in mind. Feel safer knowing you are in control of what's going in your body. Have you ever wanted to feel like a chemist or a chef? I bet you have. Well, you're essentially doing that by DIYing your own e-liquid. With DIY, you get to choose exactly what is going into your body. Buying from companies that sell to shops and sell online, you're entrusting them with what goes into your body. You're trusting them with your health. In the DIY realm, none of that is necessary, as material safety data sheets are available pretty much readily from the concentrate vendors we purchase from. If they're not on their websites or on Google, you can email them, and quite often they'll just send you the MSDS. So you get to choose whether or not you inhale something that may be negative to your body chemistry, however slightly, compared to smoking. I had to add that. Smoking is, God, miles worse for you. So that's it, guys. The pros of premium versus DIY. Check out the second video for the cons if you're interested. Some of them are quite interesting and you may not have thought about them. So until next time, guys. Cloud salute.
Ain't none of this shit promise, ain't none of this promise. Ain't none of this shit promise, ain't none of this promise. Ain't none of this shit certain, ain't none of it certain. Ain't none of this shit promised, ain't none of this.